Okay, so yeah, we should be recording now. All right, so we're starting a new unit, and I had y'all watch a little ed puzzle yesterday on mitosis or on cell division, just to kind of give y'all an intro into what we're going to be talking about. So you will find this PowerPoint in your library. So click on classwork. Go down just a little bit of ways. There's your library, and then it says Cell Division 01 PDF. And so you're going to use that PowerPoint to get the answers. If you don't use the PowerPoint to get the answers, and you just try to Google the answers, it's not going to line up just right. Because I created the assignment directly off of this PowerPoint. Okay? So, anyway, let's go ahead and get started, and I'm just going to take you through the PowerPoint a little bit. The two types of cell division that we are going to focus on are mitosis and meiosis. Keep in mind, mitosis makes mitose. Okay, mitosis is like all the cells in your body, your skin cells, your blood cells, your heart, everything else, muscle tissue, things like that. When you're growing up, okay, from an infant to an adult, your body goes through mitosis to grow. Also, if you have an injury, a cut, or anything like that, your body goes through mitosis to repair itself. So mitosis makes mitose. Meiosis is all about the formation of the sperm and the egg. And so remember, meiosis makes me parts. Okay, and so I'm going to kind of repeat that. I want you to keep that in mind. Mitosis makes mitose. Meiosis makes me parts. Me sperm and me egg. Okay? All right, so anyway, I'm just going to kind of skip over a couple of these slides and get down to what you definitely need to know. That's interesting information, but really, here we're going to start right here. Okay. So you have cell division, okay? Here is the definition of cell division, which is one of the things you have to put on either your PowerPoint or your Google Doc. I gave you an option. Cell division is the process by which cellular material divided between two new daughter cells. So you start with one cell, and it divides into two new daughter cells, okay? This picture here is pretty interesting. It's an actual real picture of the cell finishing dividing, cytokinesis, when the cytoplasm and the cell membrane finish. Okay, so remember, one daughter cell ends up with two identical. They're exactly the same. Okay, two identical daughter cells, so they are identical to each other, and they're identical to the original mother cell. Okay, next slide. All right. Each daughter cell is half the size of the parent, and then cells grow. Just like we grow, cells grow, and then they get big, too big, and then they divide, okay? A typical human cell has about 2 meters of DNA. Think about that. In a tiny little cell, in its nucleus, remember, all DNA is found in the nucleus. DNA is also called hereditary material. It might also be referred to as genes or chromosomes, okay? But anyway, if you've got 2 meters, 2 of these yardsticks, about, if you were to stretch all the DNA, it would be 2 of these, okay? All right, anyway, before the cell can divide, all the DNA has to be copied. Why? Because each new cell needs a full set of the DNA. All right, so before anything happens, the DNA has to be copied. And then 2 copies are separated so that each daughter cell ends up with the complete set of DNA. Each species has a characteristic number of chromosomes, okay? So elephants have 64 chromosomes. Humans have 46. And basically, each human has 23 pair. That was one thing that's on your assignment that you need to know. And so if you have 23 pair, then you have a total of 46, okay? 23 pair with a total of 46. All right. During eukaryotic cell division, remember we're talking about cells that have a nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. So, but during eukaryotic cell division, each cell must first copy its chromosomes. That happens in the S phase. That's one thing that I'm going to be hammering down. When do chromosomes make a copy of themselves? Well, it's during the S phase of interphase. All right. Each daughter cell gets a complete copy of that information. Cell division occurs in two main stages. So you have interphase, which is G1S and G2, which we'll get into more later. And then you have the cell division phase, which is mitosis, which is when the nucleus divides, and cytokinesis is when the cytoplasm around the nucleus divides. Okay? All right. The chromosomes usually are not visible. Okay? If you just look at a cell and it's not going through or preparing for cell division, then the chromosomes are not usually visible. But at the beginning of cell division, during prophase, the chromosomes condense and compact into visible structures like what you can see here that are easily seen with the microscope. Okay? So anyway, here is a picture of a chromosome. Also, if you look in the center of the chromosome there, where the two chromosomes, the two sister chromatids, so one of these strands is a chromatid. Two strands stuck together, that's a chromosome, and they are joined at a center area, I didn't mean to do that, called the centromere. Okay? So know what a centromere is. All right, so at the beginning of cell division, each chromosome consists of two identical sister chromatids. So these are identical to each other. These chromatids are connected at an area called the centromere. All right, so that's it. That's as far as I'm going to go today. You have an assignment on there to create a Google Doc or a slide. If you're new and you're having trouble, if you go to the library, there is a video over how to do Google Classroom, and there's a video over Google Slides in the library. So if you have trouble with that, you might look back or contact me and we'll figure something out. I'll try to help you as much as I can. All right, good luck.